Most people enter trading with a very simple belief. If they spend more time watching the charts, if they take more trades, and if they stay active every single day, eventually the market will reward their efforts. This belief feels logical, almost common sense, because in most areas of life, more work leads to more results. But trading is not most areas of life. The market does not care about effort, screen time, or how badly you want to make money. It only rewards discipline, timing, and precision. This is why one of the most counterintuitive truths in trading is also one of the most powerful. Trading less often leads to making more money. At first, this idea feels uncomfortable, even wrong. Beginners hear it and assume it's just something profitable traders say after they've already made it. But the reality is that trading less is not a luxury you earn later. It is a skill you must develop early if you want to survive. Overtrading is the silent killer of trading accounts, and it rarely looks dangerous at first. It disguises itself as motivation, dedication, and hard work. Traders convince themselves that being active means being productive, but the market sees activity very differently. Every trade you take exposes you to uncertainty, emotional stress, and execution risk. When you multiply that exposure unnecessarily, you are not increasing opportunity, you are increasing the probability of mistakes. Professional traders understand this deeply, which is why their days often look boring from the outside. They are not glued to charts all day chasing candles. They wait, they observe, they prepare. And when the market does not offer the conditions they need, they do absolutely nothing. This is not laziness, this is mastery. One of the hardest psychological shifts in trading is learning to accept that doing nothing can be the most profitable decision you make all day. Most traders struggle with this because inactivity triggers anxiety. When price is moving and they are not in a trade, they feel like they are missing out. This fear of missing out pushes them into low-quality setups that do not align with their plan. These trades usually don't feel great even while they're in them, but traders take them anyway because being in a trade feels better than being on the sidelines. The market exploits this behavior endlessly. It moves just enough to tempt impatient traders, then reverses or ranges, slowly draining their accounts. This is why many traders feel like the market is out to get them, when in reality, they are simply trading at the wrong times for the wrong reasons. Trading less forces you to confront this discomfort. It removes the illusion that constant action equals progress and replaces it with a more honest metric, quality. When you limit the number of trades you allow yourself to take, every trade suddenly matters more. You are less likely to click the buy or sell button impulsively because you know you are choosing to spend one of your limited opportunities. This naturally increases selectivity. You start asking better questions before entering a trade. Does this setup truly align with my plan, or am I just bored? Is the market environment favorable, or am I forcing a trade because price is moving? These questions rarely get asked when traders are in overtrading mode. Another reason trading less works is because it dramatically reduces emotional noise. Every trade, win or lose, creates an emotional response. Wins can create overconfidence, while losses create fear and hesitation. When trades happen back-to-back, these emotions stack on top of each other and begin to influence decision-making. Traders start revenge trading after losses or increasing position size after wins, not because their strategy tells them to, but because their emotions demand it. By trading less, you reduce the frequency of these emotional triggers. This gives your mind time to reset between decisions, allowing you to approach each trade with clarity instead of emotional baggage. Over time, this alone can transform a trader's consistency. Many traders search endlessly for the perfect strategy, believing that once they find it, profitability will follow. But the truth is that most strategies fail not because they are flawed, but because traders execute them poorly. Poor execution almost always comes from emotional interference, and emotional interference is amplified by overtrading. Trading less does not magically improve a strategy, but it creates the mental environment where good execution becomes possible. This is why traders often see immediate improvement when they reduce the number of trades they take, even if nothing else changes. Their win rate might stay the same, but their overall performance improves because losses are smaller, mistakes are fewer, and discipline becomes easier to maintain. Risk management also benefits naturally when you trade less. When traders take many trades, they often compensate by increasing risk to make it worth it, or they loosen stop losses to avoid getting stopped out frequently. Both behaviors are destructive. Fewer trades encourage tighter risk control because there is no pressure to constantly generate results. You become more comfortable accepting small losses because you are not emotionally exhausted from constant exposure. This leads to healthier risk-to-reward ratios and smoother equity curves. Another overlooked benefit of trading less is improved preparation. When you know you will only take 1 or 2 trades per session, or even per week, preparation becomes more intentional. You spend more time analyzing higher time frames, identifying key levels, and defining scenarios before the market opens. This shifts trading from a reactive activity to a proactive one. Instead of chasing price, you wait for price to come to you. This waiting is not passive, it is strategic. It allows you to engage with the market on your terms, rather than reacting to every fluctuation. Many traders fear that trading less means missing opportunities, but this misunderstanding is based on how the market works. Opportunities are not evenly distributed. Most price movements are random noise, and only a small percentage of them offer real asymmetric opportunity. Professional traders are not interested in capturing every move. They are interested in capturing the right moves. Missing bad trades is not a failure, it is a success. Capital preservation and mental stability are more important than constant participation. This mindset shift is difficult at first, but it is essential for long-term survival. When traders stop measuring success by how often they trade and start measuring it by how well they execute, everything changes. Performance becomes easier to evaluate, mistakes become clearer, and progress becomes measurable. Fewer trades make it easier to identify patterns in behavior. You can see which setups consistently work and which emotional states lead to poor decisions. This accelerates learning and prevents the endless cycle of strategy hopping. Over time, traders who embrace trading less develop patience, confidence, and trust in their process. These qualities compound just like profits do. The paradox of trading is that the less you try to force results, the more consistently they appear. When you stop chasing the market and allow it to come to you, you align yourself with its natural rhythm. This is not about being inactive or lazy, it is about being selective and intentional. Trading less is not doing less work, it is doing the right work. And for those who can truly understand and apply this principle, it becomes one of the most powerful edges they will ever have in the market.